Today we are going to talk about ratios and proportions. So when you have a ratio, it just simply means that you're comparing two things together. When you're trying to set up a proportion, you're going to set it up with a cross multiplication. So the ratio that we're looking at today is centimeters to kilometers. So when I'm teaching this, I like to teach it up that if you write what you're comparing to the side, then all you're doing is you're simply taking the numbers and you're plugging it in. So here we have find the distance between Mount Pleasant and Abbott's Rise if they are 4 centimeters apart on a map with a scale of 2 centimeters to 14 kilometers. So let's take a look at this. We know it's 2 centimeters. So here when we set it up, the ratio, we're going to put the 2 up top. We have 14 kilometers, so we're going to go and look where the kilometers are, and we're going to put 14 on the bottom. Now, if we know that they're 4 centimeters apart, let's go ahead and look at the centimeters part, look over here, and then all we're going to simply do is put the 4 on top because that's where your centimeters are. Now we want to find the distance between it, so we're going to represent that with an X. From here, it's really simple because we're just doing cross multiplication. So 2 times x gives you 2x. Now we go 14 times 4, all right, and that gives you 56. To get x by itself, we're going to do the reverse of multiplication, which we just did in Unit 2, and divide it by 2. If we divide one side by 2, we need to divide the other side by 2. So x equals 28. So let's look at a few more. Now it's on here, a model car has a scale of 2 inches to every 3 feet. If the model car is 10 inches long, then how long is the real car? So let's go back and look at the ratio, what we're comparing it to. A model car has a scale of 2 inches to feet. So now that when I ask you, what are the two things that you're going to compare? You're comparing the inches to the feet. We refer back to the problem again, and we know it's 2 inches, so the 2 goes on top where it says inches, and the 3 goes on the bottom where there's feet. Go back and then reread again. If the model car is 10 inches, because it says inches, we're going to go over here to the inches side. So it goes on top where the inches are. How long is the real car? So we're going to put that on the bottom. Once again, we're going to go ahead and cross multiply. So we have 2x equals 10 times 3 gives you 30. To get x by itself, we're going to divide by 2 because it's the opposite multiplication. And whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So x equals 15. Now we'll look at this one down here because it doesn't fully state inches and feet like a direct ratio or something that's direct, cut pretty much black and white. So sometimes you have to read it and then insinuate what they're asking. So a lawnmower that is 6 feet tall casts a shadow that is 21 feet long. Find the length of the shadow that a 2-foot cardboard box cast. So if we're talking about tall, we're talking about the height of something. If you don't want to use height, you're more than welcome to use tall if you wish. So the H represents height, the T represents tall. So whatever makes you feel comfortable. We know that it's going to cast a shadow. So let's go ahead and put an S down here for shadow. So a lawn ornament that is 6 feet tall casts a shadow that is 21 feet long. Find the length of the shadow. So this right here is what we're looking for. all right? So we're going to put an X down here that a 2-foot cardboard box cast. So we're putting the 2 up here. So if you were to originally look at this with feet, 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 so we don't want to use feet on this. We want to use the height or tall along with the shadow. So we're going to cross multiply, and that gives you 6x equals 2 times 21 is 42. Divide by 6 on each side because that's the opposite of multiplication. So x equals 7.